Good morning, better Saskatoon. This is Beat Box Beaux coming at you live with traffic and weather on the 5s and 10s. Coming up in just a minute, we have a What's Your Damage long shot with all your favorite casts playing Triangle Agency, a new release from Haunted Table Games. You can find more at hauntedtable.games, that is hauntedtable.games. Later on, we'll be bringing you 3 straight hours of classic smooth jazz, sponsored by Pete's Pizza of Better Saskatoon. Pete's Pizza, it's the peatiest. But for now, settle into that morning commute with Episode 1 of The Triangle Agency.
Five GMs in a Trench Coat is back, and this time with Season 3, as GM Tanlin uses Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition for her story.
Imagine the stench of fear, of sweat and of blood, cold stone beneath your palm as you feel your way down an impossibly dark and endless hallway. Here there's as much fear as there is isolation, and as much hopelessness as there is violence, or at least fantasies of it.
Join Callan Omoris Caldwell, played by Adam Gonzalez, Reen Sato, played by Kim Siyuki, 2.5 Horns, played by Jesse Espinoza, and Onder Madison, played by Tanner Sherlock, as they navigate the kingdom of Miltant and the horrors that await them.
So you guys hear, like, an alarm bell, like, fucking, all the doors go, shadunk, and then you also hear, like, coming from the ceiling.
Five Gems in a Trench Coat is a TTRPG actual play podcast where 5 friends take turns weaving stories to the tabletop game of their choice each season, with new episodes out every Monday, wherever you get your podcasts.
We are in Silent Hill. It was just a joke before.
The following audio has been collected from the Triangle Agency Audio Archive. Please note, these files are for authorized listeners only.
Kate, who are you playing?
I am playing Moira O. Malley, colloquially known as Mom within the agency. During the day, she is the public relations and campaign manager for State Senator Richard Gaines. Vote Gaines.
Sadie, who are you playing?
I am playing Beau Adelaide Devereaux, also known as Beat Box Beaux, a famous morning radio DJ. She has recently joined the agency as an intern.
Ray, who are you playing?
Jammin Jo Moseley, the queen of folk polka, coming to you at the midnight hour.
Doug, what are you playing?
The name's Poppins, Gary Poppins, Agent 00 Clean, janitor to the Triangle Agency for many, many decades.
Let's introduce our listeners to the world of better... Such a stupid name. Let's introduce our listeners to the world of better Saskatoon, Oregon.
Not greater, just better.
Not greater. No. Yeah, they knew what they were saying when they said it.
they were realistic about their limitations.
Yeah, all we know is that we want to be better than our home country, our home province, city, which is Saskatoon. So, in better Saskatoon, Oregon, a little slice of Georgia in the Pacific Northwest, because bafflingly, even though founded by Canadians, what with the Saskatoon, or perhaps I like it better as the idea that a bunch of Georgians moved up to the Northwest, saw on a map Saskatoon, like, no, fuck that place in particular. I like that idea a lot.
Better than that.
Yeah.
They've never been to Saskatoon.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Those guys.
Look, they didn't survive the Great Gator Plague just to come up here and stay in Saskatoon. It had to be better Saskatoon.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's a little slice of Georgia in the heart of the Pacific Northwest. It is also an area which, I mean, like if you go into better Saskatoon, Oregon, you got some old town, hometown values back in the Saskatoons, better in the better Saskatoons. I mean, a bundle of apples only costs you 10 cents times 1,000. That's the kind of life you live in better Saskatoon, Oregon. Better Saskatoon, Oregon, represented to the state assembly by Senator Dick Gaines. Not a hilarious name at all. I will admit. I will confess, not a hilarious name to say out loud. In better Saskatoon, Oregon, you got yourselves a triangle agency building, but it doesn't look like that to people who aren't residents, which is what our players are. In fact, it looks like a abandoned 4-H building. In better Saskatoon, Oregon, we got a couple of things going on. On this Sunday morning. As we zoom in on better Saskatoon, Oregon, where the survivors of the Great Gator Plague where their heart beats as one, we hear over the radio. What's that? Everybody's favorite music in better Saskatoon? Folka. We are...
Fuck your Folka.
Meet the Folkas was
the music of the people.
Folka music is playing loud and playing proud all across the busy 3-lane highway. Why is there 3? Because there's a triangle agency. Why not? As we cut to Senator Dick Gaines, still not a hilarious name to say, and Moira.
I'm just imagining a tiny set of weights. That's all I'm gonna say. It's like a little barbell.
You don't want to think what it's for. You just see it on the desk and you're like, don't ask.
That's for Dick Gaines.
We have Senator Dick Gaines in his Lincoln Continental, I'll say, with Moira O'Malley seated beside him. He is talking to her about a party put on by the financiers who support his campaign that is going to be going on later tonight. Doug, you're playing Senator Dick Gaines. You want to impress upon Moira how important this is and how her attendance is required.
Okay. Moira, remind me why I asked you into my Lincoln Continental again?
To discuss business, Senator.
Business.
I believe you wanted to tell me that it is very important that I attend tonight for the fundraiser.
Moira, this is exactly why I hired you. You remember what I don't need to remember. It is very important for you to attend this party.
Of course, sir. I will be there in a nondescript gown, in the background, doing whatever needs to be done.
I would prefer you to have a more descript gown. This is a financial party, Moira. I need you pressing the flesh. I need you raising the money.
Sir, that is not my job. That is your job. Although I would ask that for this one night, you don't do who needs to be done.
I do not know about that, Moira. That sounds like a promise I am not comfortable making. I do like the idea of a more descript suit.
If this ends in a scandal, if this is a repeat of the damn Motel 6 incident, I will castrate you this time. I swear it.
We said we would never speak of the Motel 6 incident again. However, I would like to review the tapes after the party tonight.
If you promise that's all you'll do, I'll send them to your room.
I'm willing to negotiate on the meaning of the word scandal. Let's leave it at that.
All right, a more descript dress. What color would you like, Senator?
You know, I think this is a decision you are supremely qualified to make, Moira.
Very well. I will continue to wear my nondescript black dress, thank you.
As Moira figures out the workaround from receiving a demerit,
No. It's anytime I lie, I take a demerit, not in order. It's anytime I lie, because I'm public relations.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
I picked
yeah,
the wrong one. Yeah, you're right. As she is getting her way to the nondescript black dress, on the highway, she notices a plume of black smoke coming from downtown, actually not too far away from where the financiers are, and also where, perhaps amusingly, if one believes in black comedies, where the homeless shelter is. From her assessment, she can see that this is definitely not the financiers, but most likely the homeless shelter. As she sees this, and Dick Gaines sees it, Moira's triangle agency beeper, let's go with, sends the call.
It beeps, you might say.
One might even say it beeps.
No, it's actually sick. I was like, what's sick is it actually just screams.
I like to imagine this entire time. Like, the thing about Moira is she's always dressed so primly. Like, her suit is immaculately pressed. She has a very tight French twist with not a hair out of place. The entire time she was talking to the senator, she was tapping away on her BlackBerry, like sending like emails and all this shit and coordinating all this crap. And so she just kind of, like shuts off the beeper and sends one final note out and looks at her watch. Senator, I'm going to have to leave you for a short while.
Oh, let's not say more in the presence of these recordings. You just give me a little wink and let me know that you're getting them body favors we talked about. That deep sigh tells me all I need to hear, Moira. I love our working relationship. I feel like we communicate on a level most people don't even understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like my accent, most people do not understand.
It comes through loud and clear.
Wink, I say it out loud. Wink, I want to make sure. Sometimes my eye gets a little twitchy, so I like to emphasize it with the word wink.
Mm-hmm. Well aware, Senator. I've worked for you for a number of years now, so I'm well aware, unfortunately. If you need anything, please don't call me. I believe Becky can handle it. She's doing wonderfully after, the other one was fired.
Before you go, Moira,
Mm-hmm.
God bless America. God bless better Saskatoon.
Mm-hmm.
With that inspirational rallying cry.
He looks at the recording, even though it's audio only, in his limousine.
He turns to the camera. That's not there.
That's not there. Yep.
Oh, that's so good. We cut to the station. What is the name of the station from our two people who work for the station?
Oh, you're listening to BSFM.
BSFM. So,
better Saskatoon.
God damn it. That's very good. I didn't even put that together. Damn it. Okay. At BSFM, Better Saskatoon FM, we have the polka music coming on. And if I remember correctly, Adelaide Devereaux.
Beaux Adelaide. Oh, no. Sorry. Go ahead. Yes. Adelaide, my manager. Yes.
Adelaide Devereaux is giving you a call, Beau. And she is fretting about the party that Dick Gaines is going to be at, but you are not personally invited to, even though you are the greatest radio jockey in all of Better Saskatoon.
And I know how to DJ a mean party. Not that that's here nor there.
Mm-hmm.
What's her mom worried about?
That Beau has not made the list of the highfalutin party that Dick Gaines is going to.
So just to be sure, Adelaide is upset that Beau's not invited, and Beau does not give a shit.
That seems appropriate.
Okay.
We're just making Doug work for it in the beginning. We're like,
Ring, ring. Oh wait, no, I'm in the station.
Ma, I've already picked up the phone. You don't have to say ring, ring.
Beauregard, dear, I just heard that you are not invited to Senator Gaines's party.
Yeah.
Is that all you have to say to yourself, young woman? Yeah. Beauregard Adelaide Devereaux, I did not raise you to not be able to attend the most important party of all Better Saskatoon this season.
Oh, Mama, it's just the financier. It's politicians and bank guys.
You're killing me, Beauregard. You're killing me. I'm already getting lightheaded yelling at you. Do not add to this, woman.
What do you want me to say, Mama? How am I supposed to get invited if I'm not invited?
It's easy. You just get yourself an invitation, get yourself a nice dress, go to the party.
And what? Blow the mayor to get in?
Beauregard, I am not above watching your mouth out with soap, young lady.
Mama, I'm 39.
In this house, we say fillet.
Terribly sorry, Mama.
The baser words for the sexual acts.
So just so I understand, Mama, you're upset that I use the word blow instead of fillet, but you are not upset by the idea of me filleting the mayor.
I mean, you cannot fillet the mayor unless you acquire this invitation, Beauregard. Please,
Mama,
my dear,
I cannot acquire the invitation unless I fillet the mayor.
I see we have a
his
little
reputation.
bit of a little social catch-22 pickle here.
Bit of a pickle.
My dear, let me make some calls. You please stay on here. I will call. I'm going to call in my favors. You just get yourself ready for this ball. You are going to attend. You are going to
in the morning, Mama.
This is more important than any of your little shows, my dear.
Oh, my little shows that you got me on the best radio station in Greater Saskatoon. That little show that made my fortune. That little show. That little show you're talking about.
Forward momentum in that career for a number of years, my dear.
Oh, is that how we're gonna play it?
Suddenly, I switched into Senator Gaines accents.
Shit, you snake! It was you the whole time.
Oh.
As this conversation is going on,
prank call, hang up.
As this conversation is going on, Beauregard or Beat Box Beaux, you were getting paged from the Triangle Agency.
Oh, son of a... Okay, hang on 1 second. I am trying to find the appropriate... Elliot...
Is that your square friends? Are you leaving me for your square friends?
Mama, I am the coolest cat in town. I don't have any square friends.
Oh, Beauregard.
Elliot, can I ask you for a quick favor? Can you just text me something? Sure. Have the perfect sound effect for the beeper scream. It'll be faster.
So you want me to just text you?
Just send me a quick text.
And that is coming now.
Oh, motherfucker, I changed it. God damn it. 1 second. Okay, fine. It's not important. We'll get it with the next beeper.
Okay, sounds good.
We'll get it in post. Parker, good luck. Good luck, Parker.
Godspeed.
Godspeed, my friend.
But as you get that as you get that beeper from the Triangle Agency, you get off the phone with Adelaide?
Yeah. Hey, look, Mama, where were we?
You're going to hang up on me. I know you're going to... I just would like to take this opportunity to hang up on you first for once. Click.
That was incredibly effective. I'm going to have to remember that one. That was fantastic. We would have been on the phone for another hour.
Adelaide at home going, God damn it. That was way less satisfying than I expected.
Now I can't even be mad she hung up on me.
I stole my own anger.
As Beat Box Beaux is heading towards the Triangle Agency, We cut to the maker of the music, Jammin Jo, who is in the station with Sir. Sir is a little bit surly about the number of absences Jo has been taking due to her work in the Triangle Agency. Of course, Sir doesn't know about the Triangle Agency. It is just something that Jammin Jo has to deal with.
I like to think that Sir's just like at her desk, just fingers rapping on it.
And Jo is sitting across from her with a coffee mug the size of a mixing bowl. Filled with black coffee. Her feet just casually up on the edge of the desk.
You know I hate when you do that. Yeah. Feet now.
All right, for you. And she'll just fold them into like a cross-legged position. Because I love you so much, sir.
Are you going to explain yourself? Do you know how many shows you've missed in this past month?
Better question is, do you?
13, Jo. 13.
Oof, that is, huh? You sure about that?
Maybe 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, something like that, probably. Look, would you believe I had appendicitis?
I believe your call-outs have been true appendicitis, which is very interesting. The flu, 5 grandparents died, which is really interesting because I'm pretty sure each one was your grandfather.
Look, people can have more than one grandfather.
5?
Called polygamy. Well,
Gay people exist. Get with the times.
Now listen here. That is not accounting to the, let's see, and she'll rifle through some notes. The 4 other grandfathers who have died in the past year and a half. So that's a total of 9.
look, I don't ask questions about what my grandmammy was up to, okay?
As you say that, Jammin Jo, you also get the agency beeper to go off.
I think Sir just sees her eyes close for a second, and she just takes another long, like a worrisomely long drag of this coffee that is like steaming hot.
Sir is gonna sigh and narrow the eyes at Jo. Another grandfather died?
I mean, probably. What can I say, sir? I came by it honest.
Jo, I'm going to at least say this to you. If you're going to lie to my face, get some more original and more interesting lies. Or you can show up to work and keep your ass in your seat to DJ. You know what happens when you're not here to DJ? People of better Saskatoon do not get their focus.
They don't, do they? Huh.
And frankly, you have not been a DJ long enough to have a big enough backlog for us to rerun. They're starting to catch on. They've heard the Finnish folk music. Too much.
All right, okay, look. I'll mix it up more for when I'm gone. In the event that I'm gone.
Another grandfather dies, the one of 27 that you have.
Look, I don't know if it was 27. I never asked that woman for a number, okay? I do know she had a thing for quadruplets.
Hmm.
So,
Once again,
Grandpappy Doug and Grandpappy Peter both looked like a little bit too much alike, but you just kind of go with it after a while. I learned whenever you show up at our house, if there's any man walking around, you just call him Grandpa.
And you bond with him instantly.
This is starting to make a lot more sense to me. Anyway, again, just tell me something that I can put on the record, because station heads are starting to ask questions. And I can only cover your ass so fucking much, Joe.
And, honey, I do appreciate the fact that you keep doing that. You are the best person I've ever met.
Yep. I know.
Can Jimmy pop in? I'm willing to take a
Jimmy,
the mic submit it on the mic. Yeah,
Jimmy,
sir.
No, Jimmy, we've had this conversation so many times now. Absolutely not. Get back. Go clean. Go clean. I don't know. Just go do something that's not in my side right now.
Okay. Yep.
You glue your butt cheeks together with licorice.
With that, we have Jammin Jo heading out towards the Triangle Agency, and who should be in the Triangle Agency cleaning one of the third layers of the marketing department, but our friend Gary.
Sorry to insert myself into a scene the one scene I wasn't in.
No, you needed that.
This is not normally this way. I apologize.
No, you needed that because it had already started, and you just need to carry it through. I appreciate this, Doug.
With Gary Poppins, who is really having a tough time with the Gorgon slime from the nebula planet of Bebula.
Headphones on, listening to BSFM, my favorite folk polka station. I do miss the banter from Jammin Jo. I like it when Joe's there live at the station, but I don't mind this obvious repeat.
As you are jamming out to Jammin Jo on repeat,
yep,
you get a call from your regular cell phone. As you look to it, you see Bill Santa Baby or BS Baby on the phone.
Ring, ring.
Hello, Bill Santa Baby.
Gary, how's it hanging?
It's hanging good. Baby, how are you? You never call. I never hear from you. Do you listen to Jammin Jo? It is a good show tonight.
Oh, I used to be a fan of Jammin Jo, but then that Beat Box Beaux took over in the mornings, and you know how I love my smooth jazz.
She's also really good. She makes me chant smooth jazz, smooth jazz.
Elliot, are you going to tell me why I'm calling him, or do I just freestyle it?
Yeah, you after that cordial, we'll say, opening. Bill, you need some money that's coming due, and it's been coming due ever since you've met this man.
Mm-hmm.
And you may have to take him to small claims court for insert weird thing here. I'll entrust it to you.
So, look, Gary, the reason that I'm calling...
we both know why you're calling, Bill. We both know why you're calling.
Yeah, I hate to put the pressure on you.
You want to hang out more.
I do.
Okay. Well, why don't we just make a plan? I'm at work and I'll call you back.
Well, before you go though, I
Okay,
do
it was
need to
nice talking to you.
remind
It was nice
Gary.
talking to you, Bill. Yeah, yes.
Gary,
Bill, William,
Gary,
Billy,
Gareth.
my silly Billy. You're my favorite brother-in-law, Billy. You're my favorite baby. Who's my favorite baby?
That's awful nice
Who's
of
my
you to
favorite
say,
baby?
Gary. Well, if
You're gonna
I
make this
am,
about money. Don't make this about money, Billy.
I have to make it about money, Gary. You
You
know
know
I
I don't
do.
have money, Billy.
You know
I don't
do.
have.
I
I
know.
do. You know what? I don't have it, Billy. I don't have. I never have it. I never have it.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem.
It's not a problem. All my money goes into cleaning the world.
Sick.
I do know. Your mama's been so good to me, Billy. She lent me all that money to start all those laundromats, and they all failed. And I'm so sorry they all failed.
And wouldn't it be nice in her twilight years to give a little something back to her? You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
And you know, if you can't find your way to doing that of your own free accord, well, I hate to say it, buddy, but I might have to take you to small claims court. I don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You remember?
Not again. Bill, what for this time?
I know.
What silly reason do you have to take me to small claims court this time, Billy?
You owe me money.
That's a very silly reason. We're family. We're family. Yes, I understand Catherine's been missing, but we're still family.
Yeah.
Family
Usually.
don't need to take family to small claims court.
Well, the family doesn't need to take family to small claims court if family would just pay what they owe.
Family can understand that single item machines in a laundromat was a really good idea that just didn't take off in Better Saskatoon as I had hoped.
Correct. And I think perhaps
people still at a bar, at a restaurant, they need single item.
Well,
I digress.
Every once in a while, yeah. Honestly, I don't think it was the single item washing machines so much as the cotton candy washing machines that really put you under.
It seemed like such a good idea. Catherine supported me.
It always seems like a good idea at the time. I get it, brother. I get it.
Brother, that's the first time you call me brother in a long time, Billy.
Well.
As the Wilhelm scream of the Triangle Agency goes off, telling you that you need to report now.
Hang on. Too loud? Not loud enough? I can't tell.
I didn't hear it on my end.
Motherfucker. I played it directly into the microphone.
I heard a...
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll get it in post.
Good luck, Parker. Godspeed to you.
Billy, I hate to do this to you. There's this scream happen at work. I gotta go. Look, I'm gonna get a lawyer, and I'm gonna have my lawyer call you. So you just sit tight, wait for my lawyer to call you. We'll get this all worked out. But let's hang out. Let's work it out, and let's hang out.
I would like that more than anything.
I love you, Billy. Goodbye.
Bye.
Sorry, Sadie.
That was fantastic.
I was being very interrupting on purpose, and it felt gross.
No, I loved it. It was exactly in character.
I don't want this call. It's about money.
I'll say this: as you are heading towards the agency and you're debriefing with Madam Gray, your regular phone goes off again, and you see the number of someone that you haven't seen in an incredibly long time, and she is actually back right when I need her to be. You see the number of Sophia Baby calling.
Sophia, sweetie, Sophia. I answer. Of course, I answer.
Oh, go for it.
No, I'm not even sure why she's calling, so go on.
It's my fault. I answer the phone before Elliot explains why someone's calling me.
As you are about to answer, Sophia, the agency's policy on no outside calls during a mission immediately takes effect, and you are cut off.
No! No! I dropped to my knees.
No.
As he is dealing with this, Sophia, I think you wanted to give him a call because you found out some information about your long-lost mother. However, from your point of view, your father answered only to immediately hang up. What does Sophia do with this information?
Oh, well, fuck him, clearly. I'm trying to help him with this little lawsuit that's getting going, and he's just going to hang up on me? No, fuck him. They could sue his ass to high heaven.
And also the information about your mother who disappeared a long time ago.
The backstory we had was that I think her name's going to be Catherine, and that she worked for the Triangle Agency. Gary and Catherine met at the Triangle Agency while they were young. And Sophia has blamed the Triangle Agency for her mom's death, as she says, and disappearance, as Gary says.
Okay. So how does that factor into her response? Is that what you're trying to ask?
Oh, no, I'm just giving you the backstory.
Oh, no. I get it, but yeah.
So when it comes to you making contact with Gary for the first time in who knows how long, specifically about your mother's disappearance because of a lead that you found, and he just immediately hangs up. What does she do with that?
Again, response is fuck him, and I'm going to investigate this myself.
Perfect.
Nice.
As we cut to the team assembled, having Beat Box Beaux, Moira O, Malley, Jammin Jo, and Gary Poppins, who I feel is probably kind of going through it. I'm
not paying attention. I'm on my phone or tapping on my phone.
And only a blank screen greets you. You are in the presence of Madame Gray. Is it because she has tendencies that may be read as an alien? Who's to say? But we do know that we call her Madame Gray.
I was assumed it was because of her moral compass.
Or moral compass, whichever way we want to take that. However, she is seated there with a bun nearly as tight as Moira's.
Sets?
Huh?
It's a sets, like her music.
Right. And she is looking at a large number of files as the four of you enter. And she looks up at the clock, which, when you look at this clock, it is just a face without hands.
In any other context would be the opposite of unsettling. A face without hands? Yeah, that sounds great. That's how I like my face to be.
Well,
question.
Mm-hmm.
Were Jam and Bo aware that they're both agents? Because I think we were thinking they weren't.
Oh, yeah. No, I think this is new information.
That's great.
Bo joined as an intern very recently. This might be her first mission.
Yeah, so this is your first time seeing each other in a mission for the Triangle Agency.
Bo left
I'm just
first.
imagining, we catch each other's eyes across the room, and it's like that anime, oh.
Yeah. I think Bo left the station first, so Jam walks in, and it's just this immediate freeze moment. Excuse the fuck, why are you here?
Well, if it isn't Jammin Jo.
Jammin Jo?
Queen of the late night polka hour.
Well, hi, sweet thing. Wasn't expecting to see you here.
I could say the same for you.
I'm just gonna give a look at Miss Gray.
we both just turn and stare at her.
I, however, could not say the same thing. Well, thank you for your prompt attendant. Gary, clean yourself up. Okay, and Moira, excellent. Okay, so, before us, we have a fire, she says, as the beige wall behind her starts to broadcast the fire that Moira saw on her drive with Senator Dick Gaines. And she goes, the curious thing about this is Well, the BSB, was systematically trying to defund the homeless shelter just down the way from it, removing such things as water, heat, other things that are necessary for you people to live. And yet, a fire caught, even though I can tell you from first-hand knowledge that there are no matches, there was no kindling, there was only fire. This matches up with a fire at another homeless shelter about 4 months ago. Same thing. No reason for the fire to happen. Perhaps spontaneous immolation? Answer, no. So, I need you to find out what is causing these anomalous fires. And I need it done as soon as possible. Of course, we'll get you out to the site. However, just so you know, and as you can probably guess, fire departments, fire marshals are casing the scene. They cannot know that you are Triangle Agency, and they cannot know what your true intentions are. But I take it the three of you, she looks towards Gary, Moira, and Jammin Jo. I take it the three of you will bring Ms. Beauregard. Let me just not say that with a laugh in my voice.
Please, just call me Beau.
I take it you won't be taking... Fuck. I take it you will get Ms. Beauregard Devereaux up to speed. The cruiser is waiting downstairs for you.
I take a loud slurp of my coffee.
I just roll my eyes.
All right.
I have a question.
Shit. God, all right.
For God himself or for me?
Let's start with you, Madam Gray.
Okay.
I still have my hand stretched way up.
If you can't answer it, God is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was just wondering, who can I talk to about getting temporary dispensation to receive an incoming call, perhaps, before we head out on this mission? My phone isn't working, and I think it's because I'm on I already got a call, and I'd like to make one more call before we go.
You can ask me for that, and the answer is no. Asked and answered. No reason to bring God into this.
Oh, I put my hand up when she said no, because I'm like, I'm gonna ask God next, and then she said, no need to bring God in, so I slowly lower my hand. Oh, so that's off the table immediately. Cool.
Come on, Gary. Sooner we start this shit, sooner it's over.
Yeah, you're right. You're always right. My baby called me. My Sophia baby called me.
I'm just gonna head out toward the cruiser and just like draining my coffee mug. And I will pause at like the office coffee maker to just refill it.
I'm watching this carefully because is this Moira?
This is Joe.
Joe is a little less. Joe's a little sloppy with the coffee. Sometimes you need to wipe up a little bit afterwards.
You're
so
not wrong.
Just eyeballing that there, see how that whole thing shakes out.
Yeah, Beau's just trailing behind going, so I assume y'all already know each other?
We do. Unfortunately.
Yeah, there's Mama, and that's Gary, and...
My name is not Mama, Joe.
Oh, come on, sugar. You know I like... Blah. You know you like it when I call you Mommy.
Oh,
Joe, it is entirely too early in this day to be dealing with you, and I have a feeling that there are now two of you, plus Gary. No offense, Gary.
I learned not to call you Mommy years ago. Moira is a beautiful name. A beautiful name.
Thank you. Honey, there's only one of me, so no worries there.
All
He's just gonna like look back and forth between Bo and Joe and just be like, "No, I stand by my original assertion." All right, let's go clean up whatever the fuck mess we have.
Clean messes. Clean up messes.
Pleasure to meet you too.
With that, you arrive at the car, which is perhaps the best car ever made, a 1987 Chrysler LeBaron in brown. The windows are heavily tinted. It is nondescript besides its very box-shaped appearance. When you enter, I think this is obviously Beau's first time. Yes, this is what the Triangle Agency uses to get around, specifically 1987 Chrysler LeBarons. Think of it as the black cars, but brown.
Bring me my brown pants.
Even though rather minuscule from the outside, as you open it, you can see that this is rather spacious as the four of you get taken to the homeless shelter.
Well, skin me alive and call me luggage. This is bigger inside than a Prius.
That's a TARDIS LeBaron.
I bet this is the one that Rar altered.
Mm-hmm. It most certainly is. I actually kind of miss him right now.
I don't know. I'm kind of glad we don't have a cop with us on this one.
But at least he got shit done.
Like, Joe entered this thing, like, sat down, like, cross-legged on a seat and just, like, put her coffee in her lap and was about to, like, close her eyes when Mom said that, and she just looks at her. I'm sorry, did you forget the police car, like, just squashing a guy?
That was not his fault directly. That was an anomaly.
All right, he almost got my cousin, like, squished.
That I will grant you. Your cousin of... Were they really your cousin?
She shrugs. I don't know. They're probably related to one of my grandpas.
Classic question in Better Saskatoon. Is this or is this not my cousin?
You understand.
As you guys approach, you can see the BSB hanging out or standing glimmering with black glass just down from the street from the burnt out homeless shelter. You also begin to notice that there are numerous anti-homeless measures taken in the glimmering metropolis of Better Saskatoon. When you look around, you can see that there are those little bumps on the ground where people underneath the awnings where people who are unhoused like to get some sheltered sleep. You can also see that the public benches, the one, has a big dividing bar in the middle so that you can't lay down on it. It is a place where if you don't have money and you need help, look somewhere else. As you are approaching the homeless shelter, you can see a large amount of fire trucks and fire marshals checking the scene.
Are there any of those benches nearby once I exit the car? Those bumps or the bench bar thing that you had described on the way into the city?
Yeah, I'd say that the bench is closer to you.
Gary is just like getting out of the car, whistling, pulls out the little white bar towel, just snap! Pull out the spray bottle, spin it around on my finger, and then do a little and I wipe down the anti-homeless bar protection thing on the bench.
Okay.
And it's gonna disappear when I'm done.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna use gun on this?
Yeah. Okay, so I rolled 6d4, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4 non-threes. So that's 4 chaos for you, my friend.
Thank you.
And 2 threes for myself, so I can make the little bar disappear.
It disappears as if it never existed.
Mm-hmm.
you have undone some terribly unjust and very cruel ordinance.
Yeah, I've slept on, Gary has slept on these benches, and you know what I mean? Like, is probably heading this way back and forth for a while, so there's no need for this kind of nonsense.
I love that, yeah. So you immediately get rid of it. Does the rest of the team notice Gary just getting Baragon?
Yeah.
I think Moira does.
Yeah, like Jam got out and just like paused beside whatever this thing is, Cruiser, just watching him and like, I love that man's sense of direct action.
And I think Gary's general vibe is like, I'm an end of the mission guy. So this is sort of like free time.
Was that Joe that said the direct action thing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bo looks over and she's like, you know what? On that, we can agree. I kind of love the idea that maybe they are besties on agency missions and rivals.
It may go that way.
I would love that.
I'm expecting enemies to friends to lovers.
Yes.
The classic path.
The classic path.
That's what I'm rooting for over here.
And Joe just takes another sip of her coffee and like, all right, so DJ Barbie, what is it that you do exactly?
Excuse me?
Look, we don't like to call them magic powers around here, but they're magic powers. Like, what set are we working with?
They told me after my assessment that I had a manifold anomaly. I don't know, I can get places quickly. Sometimes I can reverse polarity on gravity. And,
You're so lucky you could save so much money on cabs.
True. It's true. That's why I'm always at work on time.
All right, maybe we got another few more things in common. It's like, all right, so Mom and I are talkers, and we don't have Rar here or Dante to like start shooting shit, which is good. Or jumping into graves. Granted, that was funny as shit.
It really was.
So how are we gonna get into that? Well, do we need to get in the building? Or we just need talking to the people who were in the building?
Probably just talking to the people who were in the building at this point.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I might be able to get us in the back door.
Well,
is it still on fire though? That's the question.
Well,
I think.
You know, that's an excellent point. Damn.
While
I can put out a fire if we need to put out a fire.
I think the firemen got us covered on that.
While this was going on,
You're the worst superheroes.
No, this is.
You know what? I can teleport into a burning building. But does that help? Is that anything?
There's a lot of soot damage in there. I'm just saying, I'm gonna need to get in that building sooner or later.
And we promise you will, Gary. We promise you will.
While they're all talking, Mom is marching up to the sidelines of the building and looking across the people gathered to see who might have been, like, in charge of the homeless shelter, like, who was running it, and try and suss them out to talk to them.
Okay, yeah. So for you to make, I mean, you can see that there is a lot of people, unhoused people who are watching a rare place of comfort in this, in Better Saskatoon, be worked on by the firefighters, thank you. Mm-hmm. And you can also see that there appears to be a rather large, we mentioned Santa early because of Bill Santa Baby. I think you would be able to suss out this man who looks very much like Santa Claus, except instead of being snow white beard, it's gray, and with a terrible dye job of like Dr. Pepper orangey hair, is watching this happen as he has his hands deep in his pockets.
Perfect. I'm just going to march right up to him. Sir, Are you the proprietor of the homeless shelter?
I was, yeah.
Okay. Would it be all right if I asked you a few questions?
Yeah, that's fine by me.
All right, thank you. The name is Moira, by the way, and she'll extend her hand for a handshake.
Pleasure to meet you, Moira. I am, I am Doug Danging.
Wrote my name down again. God damn it.
Doug is like the most common name in Better Saskatchewan.
Not to derail things, also, no one would have known this, but the description of my character on my spreadsheet here says broke Santa but oddly cheerful, and that would make the third Santa-looking person here. So I think there is a sort of vibe in Better Saskatoon.
Oh, there's something in the water for sure.
We're all cousins, and we're all named Doug.
We're all Doug Santa cousins.
I also do think that matches kind of perfectly because you guys all know that Better Saskatoon has had an unseasonable cold snap recently.
And you know, with all the ash falling through the air right now, it feels like Christmas.
Yeah.
Thanks, the baby.
Moira, you have Doug in front of you who is willing to talk.
Just a few questions, if you will. I'm sure the police have already asked you. Did you see anything before the fire broke out? Anything suspicious?
No, not particularly, but, you know, we didn't have much heat. We haven't had heat for about a month now, which is all right during the spring. But we, of course, had those winter conditions this past week, and a couple of folk were complaining about how cold they were. You understand?
Of course. Have you been having issues with anyone of late?
I mean, the BSB, they definitely want us out of this place, and they're doing a damn fine job, I'll be honest with you.
I see.
BSB, the big sucky boys, am I right?
Amen, sister, he says.
All right.
Big shitty boys. Damn it. Damn it.
There you go, Barbie.
And how long have you been without heat?
Oh, well, it's kind of a funny coincidence in that, it's not funny at all, and it's just kind of a cruelty. But ever since those things came up, as he points to the spikes,
and that was I see. I see. Well,
I can take care of them spikes.
Would you, Gary? That would be.
Can I take care of the spikes?
You can, yeah. You would just need to use gun on it again. So just roll your
Elliot.
Yes.
There'll never be a situation where I'm not willing to roll guns.
For the listeners, exactly what is your gun, Doug?
Gun in this is I have a spray bottle filled with diluted white vinegar and a little sprig of citrus and a little dab will do ya. This takes care of everything.
It's the Windex of cleaners.
So let's see.
It's the Windex of cleaners.
Rolling for gun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lot of dot threes. So you're welcome, you son of a bitch.
So I've gotten 5 now. Okay, just so everybody knows, I'm at 9.
Yep.
I'm straight feeding chaos to Elliot like it's candy.
You know what, Doug? You're an all-time player of this game. I love you for it.
I just, whistle while I work, get down to my hands and knees, little spritz, little rub, little spritz, little rub. I'm listening to Jammin Jo on repeat.
As he's doing that, and things are disappearing, Moira's just gonna look directly at Santa Doug.
Yeah, please don't let him see what I'm doing. He's not supposed to see this.
I'll position myself to be between me and whatever he's doing, or between Doug and whatever Gary Doug is doing.
Too many Santa-looking dogs.
Gary Doug and Doug.
I'm between the Santas, exactly where I always wanted to be.
Oh my god.
And just so everybody knows, so we're all on the same page, I need one more chaos where I can just kill somebody.
Cool.
Oh,
Shit.
Elliot,
Fantastic.
coming your way real soon. First opportunity I get.
I appreciate it, my man. I appreciate
Gary
it.
doesn't mind. Gary doesn't mind a quick trip to the break room, wipe up some donut crumbs, mop up Jammin Jo's coffee spills, and then back out in the field.
So, as Moira turns back to Santa Doug,
Well, I can assure you that we will get to the bottom of this, and I promise you that I shall get you some extra funding.
well, that's very kind. I don't know who you are. I'll be honest. So, I mean, I have a lot of people who tell me.
You don't need to know who I am, but just know that State Senator Gaines will do exactly as I say. Thank you.
He narrows his eyes at that.
Not a fan of Dick Gaines.
Yeah, and pigs can fly. Right.
Can I jump in for a second with flavor? Cut to Senator Gaines at the party, blitzed out of his mind in a back room. And that's why I'm saying I'm thinking maybe we need to make trees illegal. And then just cut back to this. Cut back to the.
God.
Moira.
No, I
Moira.
am not a fan.
Is that allowed? Can I do something like that, Elliot?
I'd like to say that Moira, even though there's sanctions on not having personal calls and stuff like that, she has her BlackBerry.
Your phone is filled with incoherent text.
She gets out her BlackBerry. Excuse me, sir, do you have access to the account information for this fine here homeless shelter?
Well, yeah, indeed, I do.
All right, perfect. Will you pull that up on your phone here real quick? Thank you. And she's just gonna text a bunch of stuff really quick. Like, it is so quick. And then she'll transfer $10,000.
So she transfers $10,000. His eyes go wide. He's like,
Consider that a personal donation from Senator Gaines to hopefully get started on rebuilding this fine homeless shelter and taking care of all of these people.
well, I certainly do appreciate it. I never thought that I'd think that about Dick Gaines. Dickie Gaines, as we call him, back in high school.
Oh, you went to high school with that makes all the sense in the world. You know him personally. You know what? Hold on. And then she's going to take out her phone again. And tap, 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 tap. And another 10 will go into the bank account.
As you tap that second one, he notices immediately your bank has put a hold on this money. He's like, damn it.
Oh. Well, I believe I know where I need to head to next. So, I will see you later.
He inclines his head. He's like, well, I mean, thanks for the money and thanks for the talk.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And if you need any help cleaning up, here's my card. It's a piece of it's another business card with other people's names crossed out and Gary Poppins written in, and then YCHMA for contact information. You can hire me. I'm a really affordable cleaner. I clean up any mess, no mess too big.
He is incredibly affordable because he just likes to do it.
Live to clean, clean to live.
That gets you a commendation, right, Doug?
What?
Because you're always looking for business, right? Because you're broke.
Oh,
Your hard times. No, you're struggling.
You have to convince somebody to give you money for something. Like,
yes, yeah, right. I'm giving a card. Yeah, I'd have to. Someone would actually have to pay me to do a thing.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so he goes, and he's affordable. All right, well.
I'm laying the groundwork for future benefits.
All right, I do appreciate that. Then I do appreciate it. I'll keep your contact with me. Always good to help a fellow struggler.
Alright, so we step away from the proprietor. Alright, so you're gonna go after those bank people, right?
Oh boy, am I.
Oh man, I would love to be a fly on that wall, but I think maybe I should go talk to some of the residents. Are you gonna pause?
I mean, we can talk to the residents first.
Yeah, but she just kind of like looks down at like her middle-aged burnout whole aesthetic.
Oh, darling,
Yeah,
don't worry,
look-
you'll be with me.
No, that wasn't. I was actually more concerned about you. Unlike you, I look homeless.
I'd like to see them fucking try.
Like, I think I can handle them. I can just meet you at the bank. It's like down the street, ain't it?
It's right the fuck over there.
I know exactly.
All right, that's
Hey,
like.
Can I do anything to help? I'm not really sure.
I'm gonna glance at the building. Is the fire out or?
It is.
Okay.
And I'll be honest, Mom, Moira.
Yes, Gary.
I wasn't strictly paying attention during that meeting, so I'm not even sure
Sure.
what's the anomaly situation we're dealing with here.
Oh,
I was trying to get my daughter on my phone. Can you believe we only get 2 calls?
you only get 2 calls. Darling, why do you only
Like
get
ever?
2 calls?
It could be my plan. I haven't been able to afford a good phone for many a year.
Hold on. Hold on. Who do you need to call?
I need to call my daughter.
Her name? She's gonna take out her BlackBerry again.
Sophie baby.
Oh, Sophie, baby. Okay, sure. Restricted. Okay, that's a shame. Give me a moment here, Gary.
I'm frightfully worried you're going to ask for a phone number that I'm not going to be able to give you because it's been many a year since I've spoken to my daughter, and this
I didn't.
battery life on this phone is woefully inadequate.
I don't mean this offensively. I did not think you had it.
Mom, I love you, Moira, Mom.
You can call me Mom. That's fine. It's the mama and the mommy that I take exception.
The mommy. I'm remembering
just
a
wait
conversation so distinctly now.
All right. Well, while you get that sorted, I'm gonna go talk to some homeless people, and then I don't know. Maybe we can go in there if we need to.
Sure. That sounds fine.
Barbie, I don't know. Talk to some bank people. You seem like the fancy kind. And then she's gonna walk over toward the homeless people.
Does she?
You do seem kind of fancy. Your voice seems very familiar.
Oh yeah, you are a star.
Gary,
Oh yeah.
Gary, really. Honestly. Gary.
She does. Do you not hear it? Yeah, listen, next time she's talking. She's not talking now, but just listen. Next time. This always happens. This always happens. You see someone you recognize in a show, you're like, just look at their face. They cut away from them for like a half an hour.
I think pursuant to that, people start to hear, because Beau's been very quiet this whole time. So
Yeah.
when she starts to talk, all of a sudden the people that have been like unhoused and also start to like come over to her. They wander their way because, like Gary pointed out, she has a very famous voice.
Yeah.
So
Probably
No,
more
I've heard
famous
it.
than Joe. Not that anyone's keeping track.
yeah, not that you keep.
But yeah,
track
Joe
or
was
anything.
amused until she started realizing that people are going to start congregating, and then, fuck.
So, Beauregard, suddenly, as people start to overhear you talk, like, is there anything that I can do? People are like, is that Beat Box Beaux? As people start to, first one person, he says it just loud enough for 2 more to hear. And then they say it so that 3 more come. So suddenly you have about 10 people who are like, Beat Box Beaux, are you here to help us?
Live and in the flesh. I am live on the scene, my friends. What can I do to help y'all?
I mean, just beatbox our blues away.
Honey, you know I play smooth jazz.
But your name's Beatbox. You're right. Just smooth. Just
That's the
smooth.
one thing she can't do.
Can you smooth the troubles away?
Well, of course I can, honey, and I do that.
Okay.
Kenny G. Kenny G.
So how would you demonstrate the reason for your fame?
Objection, leaving the witness.
That is the
go-to joke. I love to say that. So just
It took me a second. That was amazing. I mean, I kind of thought the reason for my fame was just my voice in my radio show. I don't really know how I demonstrate that.
Well, it could just be talking with them and just having your dulcet tones like soothe them.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, perfect. So, when you demonstrate the reason for your fame in an appropriate place to gain favor, and I think this is an appropriate place to gain favor, you can receive...
Yeah. Oh, no, I know what I'm going to do. I'll interview them.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh,
obviously.
Okay.
Obviously.
Yeah, hit me with it.
Yeah, all right. So you, sir, the first one to recognize me. Tell me your name.
My name is Westerly.
Westerly, so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for being here at this tragedy tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of a tragedy, right? That was my home.
Thank you so much for joining us here. It's so nice to have you. Now, tell me, Westerly, how long have you been living at this fine establishment?
What year is it?
It's that year that it is.
Oh, that year. Gotcha. Yeah, I've been here about 6 months all told.
Gotcha. And how have you liked it during that time?
I haven't liked not having a place to call my own, I definitely didn't like it when the heat died, and I definitely didn't like it when there was no running water, and I definitely don't like the Better Saskatoon Bank. And I definitely don't, and I definitely miss my friend who brought me in, all those kind of things, we just living, trying to at least.
Yeah, Westerly, what happened to the friend who brought you in? Where are they?
Oh, he passed about 5 months ago.
Oh, that's a shame. I'm so sorry to hear it. And what was his name?
His name was Clubber.
Well, Westerly, thank you so much for talking to us. This next hit is going to go out to Clubber. And
go for it.
And then I guess I pull up my phone and play some Coltrane.
Okay, I mean, I'll give you. Yeah, that does it for me. Yeah, that hits for me. So yeah, you gain a free quality assurance on a role related to these people here. So if you need anything if you need to do anything around these folks, like maybe use your manifold, you will get a free quality assurance on that, and it's basically an automatic.
Thank you for listening to our Triangle Agency long shot, featuring Sadie Blake as Beat Box Beaux Devereaux and Bill Santa Baby, Douglas Gale as Gary Poppins, Dick Gaines, Adelaide Devereaux, and Jimmy, Kate Ingram as Moira O. Malley, aka Mom, and BSFM station manager, Sir. Ray Palmer as Jammin Jo Moseley and Sophia Baby. Elliot Rose was our general manager. Audio engineering by Parker Postini, Sadie Blake, and Douglas Gale. Sound effect attributions are available on our website, wydpod.com. Triangle Agency is a product of Haunted Table Games. They are not a sponsor, and we purchased our own copy of the system. If you liked the show, please recommend us to a friend or leave a nice review on iTunes. Or both. If you liked the show, follow us on social media. We are at WYDPODD pretty much everywhere.
You are now authorized to have a triangle day.